Welcome to Behind Blue Eyes, the show that is all things New South Wales Rugby League. We'll talk to our greats of the past about the life and times of our players and people of today. Great to have you on board. Let's go Behind Blue Eyes.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Behind Blue Eyes for 2022. I'm joined by True Blue Luke Lewis. Louis, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So straight off the bat, we've got Latrell coming back this week. Is he the key to getting South's season start back on track?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our game's so much better with Latrell Mitchell out there playing. And for South Sydney, it's a massive inclusion. He really is. He's a great footballer. He's excellent at fullback. He's so strong. He's a handful for every team when he gets the ball in hand. And I think he'll complement Cody Walker, take maybe a little bit of pressure off him. You know, Cody's got to learn to play without Adam Reynolds again. So he's so used to having that combination. So, yeah, I think it'd be a huge inclusion for South Sydney.
Your great mate Jack Bird, you won a premiership with him in 2016, played in the back row for the Dragons on the weekend. He was very good. Do you think that's his best position?
At the moment, I do. I love Birdie. He's a champion bloke on and off the field, but he's got a bit of raw aggression. But what I'm liking at the moment is running real hard line to get involved, gets the ball in his hands. You need to see Jack Bird with the ball in his hand. You know, out in the centre, sometimes he gets lost or the game doesn't come to him. And I really like the way that he played for the Dragons in the back row, and I think he can make a real stake to this game of football, playing in the back row. I think he can be a great back row, and he could probably play for New South Wales and Australia if he really works on his game in the back row. So fingers crossed he keeps getting better and better week in, week out. And
Blues fans will be keeping a close eye on this game. We've got the Roosters v the Sea Eagles, Turbo v Teddy. Who do you think that gets the best of that matchup?
Well, it's a tough one because I think Teddy was pretty quiet on the weekend for his standards because he's just a superstar, and every time he touches the ball, he thinks something's going to happen. And Tommy Turbo, I thought the Panthers done a great job on Tom on shutting him down and not giving him too many opportunities. So, the two best number ones coming up against each other, it should be a cracker. But I can't pick. If I had to pick, it would be dead set a coin toss. So I just love watching these two guys. I hope they both have blinders and may the best team win.
Everyone was excited to see Victor Radley back in action on the weekend. Ruled out by an independent doctor due to a head knock. What do you make of that?
Yeah, look, it's tough. I really like Victor Radley and what he adds to the game, and I love his aggression and what he can do. It's a tough one. I sit back and I sort of thought about the new rules about the Category 1 head knock and taking them off. Some head knocks are going to look a lot worse than what they really are. But I think it's great for the game and it's great for the players to make sure that they're getting looked after the right way. But I think probably during the year, the doctors might get it wrong every now and then, just saying, I think that was a big head knock. Need to get him off the field, but some of the players might not have got any head knock at all. It'd just be a simple big shot and shake it off. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see how it works. It could work in favour of some teams and against some teams, but as long as we're doing the right thing for the players' safety and welfare, happy days.
Now onto your Sharkies, Nico Hines. How has he fitted into life in the Shire? Do you think a good season could see him onto maybe a bench spot for New South Wales later in the year?
Well, I hope so. He's one of those players. He's works very, very hard in his game. He's a really good dude, and he can play football. The good thing I love about Nico, he's happy to put his hand up and take on any sort of role and any opportunity that comes. He just gets out and plays footy. What he did at fullback for Melbourne Storm last year, absolutely unbelievable. I think he played pretty well on the weekend in the 7 jersey for the Sharks, and his combination with Matty Moylan and just getting used to being in the front line and getting his defence right will only get better and better as the weeks go on. And yeah, look, he would definitely not look out of place in that New South Wales side. So if he can get his footy right over the next couple of weeks and keep growing, who knows, fingers crossed his name's getting called out when it comes to Origin time.
And now on to Matt Burton. He was the big signing for the Bulldogs last season. Is he the man to get them back into finals footy, or are they still missing just a few key pieces?
Yeah, look, I love Matty Burton. I think he's a great signing for the Bulldogs, and I love him as a centre. He's an out-and-out centre. The way that he played last year, he just understands the game and what halves want. I think there's a little bit of pressure on him at the moment because he's got to, again, step back up, get used to playing in the 6 role. His leadership's got to be there. For me, I'd like to see maybe a more dominant halfback with Matty Burton so he can just play and a half can control. But I do believe that his game will definitely come on slowly, but it's going to take him a bit of time to find his feet and find his, I suppose, his rhythm in that side and how he wants to play and how he wants to attack. But huge signing for the Bulldogs. I love this kid.
All right, that is Behind Blue Eyes for week 1. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.